Hello friends, this is Raman Gill with your daily Forex market analysis for May 25th, 2016. We'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. We have German IFO business climate number coming out at 4 a.m. Eastern in the London session, and then going into the US session we have trade balance number for US dollar and also flash services PMI number. Even though these are not marked as red, these are important numbers. The services PMI number is a leading indicator on the state of the economy, and now that the rate hike is back on the table, the market will be watching the news to see how the data comes out, to see if there will be a rate hike in the coming months. In the US session, the most important news that we have here is Bank of Canada rate statement and the overnight rate. We're not expecting to see a cut in the interest rate. However, market will be watching for Bank of Canada statement to see what they have to say about the state of the economy. If Bank of Canada is hawkish on the economy, if they talk positively about the economy, then that will be good for the Canadian dollar and we can expect dollar CAD to come down. However, if the Bank of Canada comes in and talks about their concerns about the state of the economy, that will be negative for Canadian dollar, in which case we may see dollar CAD go up. We also have crude oil inventories coming out at 10:30 a.m. in the New York session. In the Asian session here, we have private capital expenditure for Aussie and annual budget release for New Zealand dollar. So this week we don't have a ton of news for Aussie and New Zealand, and because of that, any news that comes out will have a more pronounced effect on the prices. Let's go on to the charts now. We're looking at Euro US dollar daily chart. Based on the daily close here, this is bearish for Euro, and we would expect the Euro to continue downwards. Before the price moves down, we normally tend to see a pullback, and for the pullback, a good level would be this 1180 level and then a move to the downside. Looking at the 4-hour chart here, this is the 1180 level we are looking for the pullback. However, the price may not get there. We may just see price get up to the pivot point here, which is 1166 level, and then drop from there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Looking at the 1-hour chart, here's our pivot point, which is also a nice support and resistance area, which is at 1166. If the price goes through the pivot point, we are looking for this 1180 level for the pullback, and this is where I expect to see a reaction. If this level is breached though, then we'll be looking for a move back into this 1200 level and then 1220 level up here. So for now, we'll be looking for price to come into pivot point and then potentially come down or into 1180 and then go to the downside. In terms of our targets, we are looking at this 1050 level as one of the targets, and above that 1080 level, this support and resistance area would be the first target, and then 1050 area would be our second target for Euro US dollar. Pound US dollar here, we had a very bullish close. There was very positive market sentiment because the polls showed that UK wanted to stay in the European Union, or people of UK wanted to stay in the European Union. As a result of that, we saw a lot of bullishness in the British pound and very, very solid close for the day. So we'll be looking for price to continue on up. But before it does that, we're looking for a pullback. So the good level for a pullback would be this support and resistance area here, 4580 level, and then a continued move to the upside. As we can see here, price is pulling down, and this is our pivot point, which lies around the same level as the pullbacks at 145.80 area here. So we're looking for price to come down here, hold this level, and then push back up. So the first target would be 146.67, which is the top here, and then the next target would be to the top of the pin here, which is 147.67. So that's where we're expecting the price to go tomorrow. Here, as we can see, closer on a 1-hour chart, looking for a pullback into the pivot point, and then a move to the upside into the top of these pins and then further up. Those are the two targets. We have 146.67 and then 147.76 up here. Looking at the Aussie US dollar here, We did see a bearish candle close. However, there was a big pin in the bottom which shows a rejection of this level. So in this case, we would be treating this as a range bound market. We'll be looking for price to pull back up and even potentially go to all the way to the top of the range at 72.50. So we'd be looking for a selling opportunity at 72.50, and if the price comes into the bottom at 71.50, we are looking for a buying opportunity. However, the price may not go all the way to 72.50. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. This is a good level, which is the top of the range. However, this R1 level at 72.20 is a good potential level for a pullback and then a move to the downside. So we would watch the top of the range as well as R1 for a potential opportunity to sell. Overall, we are looking to trade this as a range bound market, looking to sell at the top 72.50 and buy at the bottom of 71.50 here. The New Zealand US dollar, same story here. We saw the price push back into the bottom here 3 times, and 3 times it rejected. So this would suggest that the price may want to move here towards the top of the range. So if the price does get to the top of the range at 6,800, we are looking for a potential selling opportunity. If the price comes towards the bottom here at 67.12, we are looking to buy this. However, we may not see the price go up all the way to the top of the range, 6,800. We could see the price come just to this R1 level, which is at 67.68. This is the support and resistance area. It's a nice support and resistance area. We may also see a selling opportunity at R1. So if we see any reversal patterns here at R1, that could provide us a selling opportunity as well. Looking at the 1-hour chart, we saw a rejection of the pivot and a move to the upside, and now we are coming close to that R1 level, this support and resistance level at 67.68 level, and this is where I would expect to see rejection of this level for a move to the downside if the price is to go down. If the price gets all the way to 6,800 at this R2 level here, we are looking for a potential selling opportunity. Looking at US dollar CAD here, we saw that the price was pushing up into this support and resistance level at 31.80. However, the price did not manage to hold above this level, and as a result, the price fell from there. So based on this close here, we're looking for a further move to the downside. This is a clear rejection. Multiple times price tried this level and failed. So we'll look for price to come down back into this 30.20 level, which would be our profit target here. We do have to be careful. We do have Bank of Canada rate statement coming out tomorrow, which could have a major impact on this pair. If Bank of Canada is dovish, US dollar CAD will go up. If Bank of Canada is hawkish, which means they're positive about their economy, dollar CAD would go down. So Canadian dollar will become stronger. In the meantime, though, we'll just again trade this as a range bound here as well. We're looking to sell at 31.80. We're looking to buy at the bottom at 30.20 level here. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we saw a nice reversal candle here, and now we are seeing a move to the downside. We're expecting the move to come into this 30.20 area, and at that point we may see a reaction at this level and a move to the upside. If the price does come and test the R1 level here again, 31.80, we are looking for a reversal at that point, unless Bank of Canada comes with something that completely changes this. If they have negative comments about Canadian economy, we'll see a break above this level, and in that case we will be looking for this 32.93 or 13300 level as the next target. So that's it for now. I will see you in the trade room.